my name is Rach and welcome back to the 100 Baby Challenge episode. So today we're doing things a little bit differently. So this is more like a bonus part than it is a full episode, because basically what I want to do is I want to just go into CAS and I added some preset CCIs that I need to fix for everyone, because I'm pretty sure they messed up a few of my characters' eye colors, like Ivy's. Anyway, so I want to fix those. And yeah, I think actually hers is okay. It just made them look glittery, so I think it's actually alright. But basically today is just going to be for makeovers, which I know might be a little bit odd because I never do makeover only episodes. But basically what happened was, last week, I really wasn't expecting Allie to die. So, if you guys haven't seen last week's episode, our eldest child, Allie, died. And I really wasn't expecting that. I was kind of expecting for us to have Allie die maybe in the next few weeks, yes. But I didn't see it happening last episode coming. That wasn't on my bingo. And to be completely honest, when it happened, I was just like, okay, I think I need to step back from this challenge for a day or two. So I put off recording this challenge because, to be honest, it was just kind of traumatizing, and it's one thing to like kind of know, like with Brandon, I knew it was coming for like weeks. Like I was kind of aware of the fact that like, he, like, had been having issues for a while. Like, he kept dying on my lot, and I kept having to beg for him with the Grim Reaper. And it was just, like, getting to the point where I was like, okay, I think if he, like, goes home because my kids move out, he's going to die when I relaunch the game. So, like, I was kind of aware, which that isn't her birthmark. I was kind of aware that that he was going to probably pass away sometime during that episode, just because my kid had just moved out. I was hoping I could get him back home, before, but I kind of thought that it wasn't going to work out, so I was kind of, like, mentally prepared. But when it came to Allie, I had checked it a couple of days before, and I thought it said I had more days left than I did. So I completely wasn't expecting it. And the problem is I've never had my children die before, because when I've played Legacies, I've never had any of my kids die. I just haven't. I've had my founders die, but I've never got far enough into Legacies to have my kids die. And definitely it wasn't, like, my current generation children, you know what I mean? Because, like, with Ivy, the weird thing is, since she doesn't really, like, age that often because of her, constantly getting pregnant and stuff, she is still, like, my current sim. So all these kids are, like, my, children still. Whereas, like, with a Legacy, like, if I moved on to 2nd gen, that wouldn't be my kids. I would be thinking of them more as, like, my siblings. So it's a little bit unfortunate, you know? It's just, like, bad timing, because if I had moved on to, like, I don't know, like, the 2nd generation matriarch, I would be like, oh, this was, like, Ivy's first child, but it's, like, our sibling. So, like, I wouldn't be as concerned about it. But, like, since it's still Ivy's children, it's just really upsetting every time one of them dies. And a lot of them are dying off now. Like, it's not just Brandon and Allie. Clint died a long time ago due to an incident with Neighborhood Stories. And then there's, of course, Diana. She's getting really old. She only has a few days left. And then there are so many of them. So many of them are elders now. Like, even Matthew and Isaiah and, Henry and Grace, are elders. Grace isn't an elder because she got pregnant, but Henry is, so, like, that's why I'm kind of including her in the count. And, like, some of my younger kids that you wouldn't think are elders are turning into elders. So it's just, like, it's really unfortunate, and it's getting to that point where, like, every time I log on, I'm a little bit scared that one of my kids is gonna die. So, with the, like, shock of Allie dying last weekend, and the fact that I really thought that was going to be, like, next weekend's episode start, I really just, yeah, playing gameplay of the 100 Baby Challenge this weekend is just not on my schedule. I just don't think I can do it. To be honest with you, normally I can handle these things a lot better, like, but normally I expect them, you know? Like, with Brandon, I knew, like, okay, this is the countdown, like, he's, in a few days, we're gonna have problems with this, like, we're gonna need to invite him over, see if we can get the Grim Reaper to agree to, like, let him live, like, that I had a plan, but, like, with Allie, I didn't see that coming at all. I didn't have time to, like, do the photo thing I wanted to do with the kids before they die. It was just, like, a whole thing. It just felt very traumatizing, to be honest. It felt very abrupt, and, like, I didn't see it coming, because I guess I thought since she had been pregnant at one point, that, like, that would somehow, I don't know, delay her a while, but, I mean, I don't know what I was thinking, because she's not, like, she's the same age as Brandon, and she was only pregnant once, so I don't really know what I was thinking was going to happen, but I think I was just trying to delude myself into thinking, like, oh, it's not going to happen for, like, a while, you know? Like, I think I was just trying to, like, self-soothe in a very weird way, and it kind of backfired. So, yeah, from now on, I'm going to try to keep more up to date with where my kids are in terms of dying. That way I can always be prepared. Because, it's fine to, like, get a good, like, a not-so-great surprise when it's like, oh, one of my kids got married, or, like, with the drama with, Christopher Volkov. If you don't know my Christopher Volkov drama, you need to. Basically, he married one of my kids, and I have a kid with him, and I'm a little bit concerned he might have a kid with my kid, and then there's going to be, like, some serious problems with that. But yeah, anyway, he married, one of my children. I don't really remember her name right now. It's, like, eluding me, but I think she was, like, I think she was Hannah's twin sister. Was it Penny? Was that her name? Or was Penny a different redheaded daughter? I don't really remember. I have a lot of redhead kids, so it's starting to blur together. But, yeah, anyway, she married Christopher Volkov, who I had a baby with, and now I'm kind of concerned if, they have a baby, that's going to be a little bit wacky on my family tree. Just her being married to him is a bit wacky, honestly. It's a bit weird already, but, yeah, anyway, so, like, that kind of drama is, like, okay, that's weird and, like, a little bit upsetting, but it's not enough to, like, throw me off my game for the entire, like, gameplay, like, wanting to play it regularly. But, like, one of my kids dying, yeah, that's enough to throw me off. That's enough to make me not want to play it for a weekend or two. Because it's just, like, especially when you're not, like, expecting it to happen at all. Because, like I said, with Clint, for instance, that was just, like, I had no warning. Like, he was just an adult. It was, like, neighborhood stories. It was awful. Honestly, it was awful. And, yeah, it was, like, really abrupt. But then, like, with Brandon, you know, I was able to plead with the Grim Reaper a couple times. I knew that wasn't going to work for forever, obviously. But I was able to, like, kind of feel like I did as much as I could. Like, I kind of felt like if the kids hadn't have moved out, I would have had it under control. So, yeah, I kind of felt like in that sense, I was, like, really justified, you know, and, like, I wasn't really feeling upset. So I think, just talking about the makeovers for a second, I put the little heart-shaped, birthmark on Brandy, because that's the one they gave her when she aged up, and I like the idea that her birthmark got a little bit smaller with age, and it was on this side of her face anyway, so I kind of like that idea. As for, does she have, oh, she has the cookie teeth, that's right. I'm gonna give her, I think, the braces. I think that would be cute. As for Donna, I think I'm going to just take off her freckles and leave her with that birthmark, because that's the actual birthmark she had as a little toddler. So I think I'm going to leave that. But yeah, anyway, back to explaining about the reason why I'm not doing gameplay. Yeah, that is pretty much it. And then also just Ivy is currently on like Friday. I think it's like Friday morning or something. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure it's Friday. And I'm just not really looking forward to the weekend, because the weekends are the most boring time. If you guys have ever played the weekends and the 100 Baby Challenge, you know what I'm talking about. Like, you practically can't do anything during the weekends. Like, you're just kind of like stuck waiting for the like school system to come back, because basically the weekends are like time for skill building and stuff, but like after the first day or so, you don't really need any time for skill building, because they've already built all the skills they need, and they don't have any like new homework to do. So it's just like, it's an endless cycle of being kind of like, what do we do now? So it's a little bit annoying. And then Ivy's gonna have some new babies and new toddlers, and I just got done with Donna and Brandy being toddlers, and so I'm not ready to have toddlers again yet, because I'm kind of like, oh gosh, like, oh, the idea of just having toddlers right now is just not, it's not appealing to me. Because, like, really, since I don't do, like, since the infants weren't involved in my 100 Baby Challenge, due to the fact that they didn't even come out until, like, I was already halfway done, it was, like, it's not that bad for me, because I don't do the infant stage. I think if I was doing the infant stage, that one would probably be my least favorite, just because, like, trying to get infants to do anything is, like, awful, because, like, sometimes in my legacy saves, I try to get, like, their milestones up and stuff like that, and they are just so hard to manage. Like, you can't really micromanage infants. There is no, like, micromanaging them at all, because you can't really manage them. Like, it's just, like, no, I can't imagine doing a 100 baby challenge with infants. Like, that sounds like actual torture. So I don't even know, like, the idea of doing that, oh my gosh. To all of you guys that have tried it, or, like, are trying it currently, like, hats off to you guys, because I can't even fathom that. That sounds actually terrifying. I think I would quit. I think I would literally just quit. I don't even mean, like, just the challenge. I think I would quit Sims. I think that would be way too many infants. I think it would ruin my life, actually. Like, it's scary. It's really scary. But, like, yeah, like, the toddlers are really the worst part, because the kids and the teenagers go pretty fast when they're going to school, that is. They go pretty fast. Like, you can get them out of the house pretty easily, or at least I have been able to so far. I've been able to, like, keep them on a pretty good schedule of getting their skills up and then getting aged out. So it hasn't really been that hard with the, like, kids and teenagers especially. I did have a little bit of an issue with, I think it was my triplets. My triplets got aged up a day later, which is kind of why I blame them for Ivy turning into an adult, but, you know, that's just some Sims trauma. But yeah, I really can handle the, like, kids and teenagers, like, aging them up pretty quickly. I can handle that pretty good, but, like, micromanaging the toddlers can get pretty tiring, because they're the life stage I think I have to deal with the most. Like, most of the time, I don't with the hoodie. Most of the time, the toddlers are the ones that I have to play with the most, because they don't go off to school, like the other kids do. So I have to, like, deal with them a lot more, and then also because I have to, like, build their skills before I can age them up, and it's not like I have to build their skills so they can go to school and I can age them up. It's really quite annoying, and I feel like I'm constantly in loop with having them there, with, like, having them at the house where I need to take care of them, because the babies age up the same day now. Like, newborns are only newborns for, like, a day, which is really great, because that helps cut down on my time. But it's also really bad, because since I skip infants, I don't actually have to do the infant stage, and that means that the toddlers are like almost constantly in my household. And yeah, the toddlers can just get a bit repetitive, because at least with the kids, I can kind of make them build different skills. Like, most of the time it is logic or video gaming, depending on their personality. But I could do other skills. You know, sometimes I do like motor skills for the kids instead of like mental. I do like the motor skill, or I do creativity, like just something to like switch it up. But with toddlers, you just have to do the toddler skills. Like, there is no other option. It's just the toddler skills, getting them all to level 3. So it's just a bit like, okay, now I've got toddlers, so I'm just gonna like schedule them to do this, this, and this, and like in this order. So it's just a bit repetitive. And oh, actually those shoes match perfectly. That's actually kind of weird. Yeah, so I feel like since the kids need to age up to toddlers today, between that and the fact I'll have to give them makeovers once they age up to toddlers, and then the fact that, like I said, with the alley thing, it was a bad combination. Really, it was just a badly timed combination of things. Yeah, that's basically it. It's just a bad combination, and timing. So we are almost done with the makeovers now. I took a little bit longer than normal picking out things, because I noticed that I've been kind of doing the same swatches of stuff in the same outfits lately. So I wanted to try to pick out some different outfits just to break up, again, the repetitive nature of everything. So this is Donna, and this is Brandy. They actually look a little bit different, so I kind of like that. And yeah, we will see you guys in the next 100 Baby Challenge for our normal gameplay content. And Ivy might even be having a baby next episode. Who knows? It depends. We will definitely be aging up little baby Hope and Cadence to start with. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!